What's up, everybody? On today's video we're going to be removing and replacing the starter on this 2014 Mercedes S550. Stay tuned. I know there's not much videos on this, on where it's even located. I tried to look up myself and couldn't really find much, but stay tuned for the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Alright, like always, first thing we're going to do is go ahead to the back of the vehicle, access the battery, and disconnect. Take this plastic out. I think it's got some clips up here or something that goes higher. Gotta empty this truck out. Alright, so it's a T20. I'm taking it off through this way. There's some screws back here. So let's see if we can pull this up now. There you go. See? Now we can pull it all out. Alright, let's go ahead and remove this whole plastic off now. Now we got access to our battery. Let's go ahead and disconnect at least the negative. Or the positive. I'm going to disconnect the negative. Alright, so it doesn't have to be this long, but a 10mm will do. Go ahead, lift it up, put it to the side, don't let that contact, give it some time to discharge itself, then continue on to the rest of the procedure. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close the hood and lift it up. Alright, now that we got the car up, most vehicles will have this plastic shield on there, so we're going to go ahead and remove this. It's just a couple 8mm bolts, electric ratchet, and a gun, and that should come right off. Let's go ahead and do that. One of the last bolts here. And the whole cover should come off, just like that. Let's go ahead and put this to the side and take a look at where the starter is. I feel like we're gonna have to get more towards the back of this engine due to this blocking everything. I can kind of see the starter there. Not sure if you can see it, but I'll try pointing it to it. Right there, back up there. So let's see if we don't have to remove this rack and pinion just to get to it. Hopefully not, fingers crossed. I'm going to take off this plastic though. Of course there's 110. Of course. Alright, we got that off now. Alright, now let's take a look, see if we can finally look at the starter. And yeah, actually looks very accessible. Might have to take off this cat here. Ugh, it's connected. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If it was split here, something would be a lot more easier. Looks like those pipes come down. I'm gonna try to remove it without removing that catalytic converter, but I think that's going to be the process. Alright, just to give you kind of an example, sorry for the background noise, I'm going to be using this this extension with a swivel socket and a 13 socket mid. It's not deep, not short, it's mid. It's for the lower one to get this angle here, boom, and then for this one up here, I'm going to go with move on to a longer extension, get it from up top. I don't know if you can see that. Like right here. At this angle with the swivel, we should be able to get it, I hope. I'm probably gonna go with a short one. Let me try a short one. Alright, let me see if I can show you guys how I'm doing this. I'm gonna go from this side, long extension, remove it from here. That also gets that bracket up there Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong one. Apologize. But yes, this one right here. Long extension. Not sure if you can see that, but we're gonna get it down here on this side. All right, here we go. This is the attempt. Gotta put some pressure on that. Right there. Now that flange is off, screw's gonna fall. Could probably grab the other one from under here as well. Alright, there's that. Now you see that flange is off. Now we just gotta remove this bolt here. Let me put the laser. This bolt here, and that's just to get it off the bracket of the catalyst. Alright, so for these 13s here, you don't gotta use this long extension, but it's what I got going on right now. Break those loose, both of these, and it's gonna go ahead and drop. So this is already moving a good amount. I doubt it'll be enough of what we need. I mean, honestly, we can try it to wiggle it out this way before removing the full exhaust, and maybe that'll be a shortcut. But I gotta take this bracket off and see if I can squeeze it. I think I can squeeze it through here. This might not be as bad as I thought. Let's do that. Alright, so I got a more mindful extension here. Now we're gonna go ahead and, oh, of course it's E12, and I'm gonna need the electric ratchet, not the gun. So now you guys know. Alright, so this is gonna be the setup we're using here. First we're gonna break it loose, obviously, and same with up there. Just like that. Careful, it's gonna fall. Okay, now that we got that off, shoes are falling, pick them up, keep them together, and let's move on to the next step. Alright, so what we're going to do is push this cat to the side a little bit to get off this heat shield. Looks like there might be an E12 coming off. That's my setup here. It might be an E10 though, to be honest, but it's working with the E12. As you can see, that's those two bolts. Probably push this to the side. Get your bolts, or let them fall on you, either or. I don't know if there's, looks like it's pinned or something there, but you just gotta bend this out the way. This is a clip slash zip tie. Looks like they give you plenty of room to do it out here, maybe not. No, enough to twist it at least. But let's go ahead and remove this E-bolt and this E-bolt, and that should remove our starter forward and out. Alright, so for those two bolts, the starter bolts, what we're going to do is use the same setup we had here, long extension with the swivel. We're going to get rid of this right here. We're going to grab the gun, attach ourselves here. I'm going to show you how I do this. So I'm going to go from up top this way. I guess I could probably go down this way too, it's not that serious. But we're gonna go like that. I could probably take it off and set it up better. Okay, so something like that. That's one. That's one. And then we're gonna go for the top one up there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Have an awkward angle. Right there. Something like that. There you go. I don't know if you can see that, but popped right out. So those should be our two starter bolts. I hope I got the right ones. Gonna go ahead and pop them out. Looks like there might be the top one, but we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be that top one. I got the wrong one out. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. Let's see. Pull this one out. Let's pull this one out right there, just like that. These two bolts, starter bolts, and should just wiggle. Let me get a light holder over here some way, somehow. Like that. That's gonna work. So now we're gonna wiggle this thing out. Alright, so this is it right here. I'm gonna snip this little clip off here. Move these wires around now. This should give me a lot more room. I gotta just bend this cover really out of the way, basically. There you go, something like that. I feel like it would definitely help if both exhausts were out of the way. You have much more room, but we're skipping half the time right now on that alone. But we're also coming across the difficulty of not being able to wiggle this out. So let me figure out how I do this. And alright, so I had to take off, well, I don't know if I have to, but I'm trying to right now. I'm doing it in this angle, left arm here, right arm here, kind of hugging this thing. And I'll show you exactly which bolt and what I'm using here once I get it completely out. So it's gonna be that little one there. Not sure if you can see it straight away, straight there, but that's the little one right here that we're getting off. This one right here, right here. That's just to help hopefully take that bracket off and completely remove that shield. I don't know how great you guys can see this or not, but it's right there, and it looks like that bracket is coming off. Kind of what we wanted. Let's take this off right here. But that's the bolt. Alright, this is that little bolt that was back there. Let's go ahead and see if we got enough room now. Let's see. This bracket, this whole plate came off now. Gonna squeeze that out of there. Squeeze that out of there like that. This is the heat shield that was preventing us from sliding it all the way completely off. Let me leave that screw there. That one goes there. Okay, so now we should be able to pop this off, no problem. Alright, well that's the starter literally right there. So I was able to just kind of pull it downwards and out that way, then up. I'm still dealing with it right now, but just want to kind of show you more or less I got it out. Now I just need to work on the connections on the back, and we should be good to remove it all the way out. So we went ahead and turned the starter this way in this angle with it still connected. I'm going to go ahead and remove that plastic cap and then make a 10mm bolt right there for the signal. So this cap should pop off, and that should be your final bolt that removes this wire, allowing you to move it way more. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm just getting any type of plastic thing. This is where it's important that you make sure your battery is disconnected, because if not, you will have sparks. Be more careful with yours. I broke mine. Oopsie. But looks like about a 13. So with this same setup here, I'm going to go ahead and just give it one good. That should be it right there. This should now remove. I really wish I had a better light, or at least some type of headlamp, that way you can see exactly what's going on. Then we're gonna move on. Pull this cable out the way for now, then get that 10mm right there. Alright, I got this extremely deep 10 that is not needed, but works perfect for this application. That's going to remove the signal wire. Don't lose this 10. Then we're going to go ahead and rip that off now. So like I said, I wish I had better lighting, but we're going to remove that signal wire right here. Signal, come off, and now this starter is all yours to remove. So from the looks of it, so far, might be able to squeeze it out through here. Maybe. Yep, just like that. We got our starter. And this does have the auto stop start feature. That's why I'm assuming mine's went out. Mine's does have about 180,000 miles on it. This is the rebuilt. I do always recommend going OEM. but in this case, customer went with remanufactured, lifetime warranty, made in Mexico. Original is Bosch. All right, now let's go ahead and put it back on. All right, so I made the mistake in just installing it however I wanted to. You got to make sure you install it like this. It's got to overlap this way, come on this side of the starter, and drag this way. Otherwise, when you come to install it, you will not be able to install it. This cable will not allow you to actually insert in it. So I'll go ahead and edit this in the video so that way you guys know what exactly needs to be done. Cool. Alright, so I started with that signal wire first. You want to just make sure it's not touching or tied up to anything else really. Should be fine as long as it's all insulated and not showing any type of signs. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to this one. Now we can put this final one on, put the bolt, tighten it up, and then get to installing it back in the vehicle. Alright, we got that back on there this way. And go ahead and tighten it up. Just like that's good. And we're gonna go ahead and get that broken little plastic piece wherever I left it. Should be able to still attach it somehow. Probably put a little bit of glue or something on there, but anyways, it's just gonna be fine. Shouldn't be touching anything. Now we're gonna go ahead and fold it back into place and get it back with those two bolts up in there. Okay, so I literally pushed up, this way up, pushed this side down, and so far looks like it's gonna fall into place. I hope it does. This wire does have to come on this other side, how we removed it. But yeah, we're finding a little bit of toughness like this. Basically, we gotta move this wire somehow, some way, and get it to come back in this way. Alright, so what I had to do was actually get my hand on here, pull this harness a little bit more to give me some play. That's what was causing this not to go that way and back in, as you can see. Now I can pull forward and shove it right back in there. Somehow, some way. Basically, it's got to go in the housing and wiggle back up in there. It's almost in there. You guys see it. Alright, so we got the starter back in there. Gonna go ahead and use the same extension and everything. Alright, so I went ahead and put those two bolts back up there. Now I'm just putting on the bracket. That way we can get everything else tightened up and put back, and we are on the way to test it out. There's these two bolts here. Line this up here. As long as these line up in here good, you should be fine. They're the 13 millimeters. Like that. Now we're gonna get the electric wrench. Gonna have to steal this battery off of this. I got more batteries. I should be done charging over there, but I don't feel like going and getting it. It's probably gonna be 12, I think it was what I said. Oh, wrong way. Of course. Yep, just like that. And then we're gonna get the 813 right here. Right there. Just like that. Perfect. Alright, now we are good to put all the plastics back on, and I want to say we should be golden.